engaging with more folks who are in leadership, like who are people of color and LGBT folks, myself as a transgender person, like I've just been needing that kind of connection to other people and to be able to explore thoughts and ideas and share experiences that we've had. So that has been a critical component for me of being able to widen my network, and with people who obviously have some different experiences than I have, but also who may be able to really relate to me on some experiences that we're having within the public health field, and also just share our vision about where we want to go in this field, and especially at this critical moment for the field of public health. So I've been really grateful for that.
I think it's important because I feel like the role of a leader is not a stagnant one. It's ever evolving. I feel like there's always going to be new data, new trends, new development in the world of public health. And so as a leader, it's important to recognize that and seek out ways in which you can learn and grow to stay aware of what's going on. I feel like it's easy to fall into the status quo realm. So it takes work, it takes initiative, right? To want to get better, to want to learn. And I feel like that's a key component of being a really good leader, to stay aware of what's going on.
I really have been given opportunities really across my lifespan. I would say even starting in high school, I was part of some groups, and I recognized there were adults at that time who were giving me an opportunity to be in certain leadership positions, and they were giving me the opportunity also to learn about communicating what my ideas were, and I'm really grateful to them to providing me that kind of opportunity even from a young age. And maybe I'm 40 now, but so not as young as I once was, but I really realized how foundational those are, and being able to grow in that leadership then over time and take on new kind of responsibilities, be able to take on new kind of decision making power within whatever organizations I've been in. And finally, I'll say, at this part now in my career as an adult, I really think I try to tell this to anybody that will listen, and I feel grateful, and I think it's important, is that there have, in particular for me, there have been a number of women who have really given me a lot of opportunity, and really, quite honestly, specifically Black women who have given me a lot of opportunities, and being in close working relationship with them and being shaped by their leadership, I think has been really critical for me in terms of specifically in the role that I am a part of today, and trying to think differently about what leadership can be, especially in really hierarchical organizations like government is, to try to model something different. So I'm really grateful for those that have given me opportunities to lead, and who are also demonstrating to me new and different ways that I can embody leadership and feel comfortable about embodying a leadership that may not always mimic what my organization or organizations like it kind of prioritize.
I would say I feel like we've had some great speakers. And I think that those little like nuggets of wisdom you get from the speakers, I don't know how you could put a value on that, because I just feel that's like a wealth of information that they've just given to you. And I've found that extremely valuable. Another thing I would say is the fact that we're assigned a coach, and we can, we have scheduled 1 hour meetings with them, and we can bring what we want to the table, and they hold us accountable. We set the tone, but they're there to hold us accountable. I think that's another extremely beneficial aspect of the program.
I'll actually just reflect from a conversation I had this morning. So, as part of the DELPH program, we're meeting with having some conversations with a coach, and the coach asked me for the specific issue that I've identified. She asked me to, if I'm really committed to like working on this, to find an accountability a partner in my department, right? So who I can follow up with. And I've never really thought that I would kind of, I felt, even though I feel very comfortable with this colleague, to go to them and say, okay, listen, this is a thing that I'm trying to work on in my own leadership. And are you willing to provide me feedback for that? I don't think that we're really always encouraged to do that. And thinking about how important that is, also to demonstrate trust in our colleagues that they can provide feedback, not in a way that's about trying to like criticize us or bring us down or anything like that, but so that we can be more effective together as a team. And so I'll say that wasn't necessarily something that I thought that I would be doing kind of going into the DELPH program, but it's a thing that I did even this morning to ask somebody to be an accountability partner for me on this thing that I'm trying to work on in my own leadership. So I think that's a good indicator of like how practical and useful the program is being for me right now.
We apply a lot of stress on ourselves to always want to have the right answers or to know the answers, but just being able to recognize that the successes that you have are meaningful, are valuable, but it comes with growing pains, and recognizing that in those growing pains, there's something to be learned. And I think once you figure out that what the lesson is, it makes you that much more of a stronger leader, a dynamic leader within the world of public health.